414.
Okay, 52 on 414. 414. Do I have to look it up, or can you give it to me, or I did not look at it?
I can find it really quick. It's a word problem.
Oh, then I have to find it. So it's 52. Okay. So we have S of t equals t squared. Is this good enough, or it has to be a thicker marker?
That's good.
Okay. Okay, so this is the score, and t is hours. Okay, and we are given 0 to 10, and this is for number 1, and the second person has S of t equals 10t for the same thing, 0 to 10, and ST is the score after hours of study. Good. For 0 to 10, who will have the higher test score? Okay, so for this, so this is the score, so between 0 and 10 hours. So this is, what is her name? Okay, Celia. And Dan. So I don't see any difference between 0 and 10. Let's take a look at in part A. So it says one more time, for 0 to 10, who will have the higher test score? After t hours of, that's a score after t hours of studying, and 0 to 10. So we are looking at 0 to 10. Very good question. So when I look at t squared between 0 and 10, I get to 10 and 10. So when x is 10, I get this function. So that's for her. So this is S of t. I'm going to put 1 and 2 here. Okay, so this is S1. And look what happens with the linear function. It's still going to go through 10, 10. But this is a linear function, so this is S of t. Although they are getting to the same point of, very interesting. Thank you for bringing this up. So although they are in t 10 hours, they are getting to the same level, if you want. Dan's score is higher. And this is intentional. Once I graphed the function, I realized why. So this is intentional. They're not including 0 and 10 because these are the points of intersection. So here his score over without 0, without 10, his score is consistently higher than hers. Although in 10 hours they get to the same point. Excellent question. Okay, let's see part B. Any questions on this? So this is intentionally, does not include 0, it does not include 10. Good. Let me know if you have questions. Find the average value on 710 for both, I guess. Okay, so we want 710.
No, it's lowercase s of t, so it's just Celia for part B.
Oh, I was going to determine for both of them because I called them 1 and 2.
Yeah, for part C,
okay.
Part C is the same thing.
Okay, so this is just for S1, but part C is for S2, I guess. Okay, so between 6 and 10 for S2. So they said the average value. Good. So the average here is 1 over 10 minus 7, which is 3, the integral from 7 to 10. From her function. And do you want me to continue with this, or is this clear?
That's clear.
Okay, so now the average value for this will be 10 minus 6, which is 4, so 1/4 in front, the integral from 0 to 10 from his. 10t dt, 10 comes in front, and we continue with the integral. So what else is there? Assuming that both students have the same study habits and are equally likely to study for any number of hours, t, on average, how far apart will their test scores be on 0 to 10? Right? Equally likely to study for any number of hours, t, and 0 to 10 on average, how far apart will their test scores be? So I guess I have to continue here, right? Do we have the numbers for this? Does anyone have this, or I have to perform this calculations?
I've got it.
But actually, yeah, you can give them to me if you want, so I can put them in, but it says 0 to 10 actually. Both of us have the same study habits and are equally likely to study for any number of hours. So they're asking us, so I can't use those. On average, how far apart will their test scores be? So I need to determine the average of both between 0 and 10. So this is 1/10, the integral from 0 to 10 from t squared dt, and the other one also 1/10, also 0 to 10 from 10t dt. And then I'll have to see how far apart they are. So I'm going to call this 1 and this 2 to differentiate the two. So average 1 will be 1/10 t to the third over 3 from 0 to 10. So this is 1,000 divided by 30. So this is whatever that is. And the other one will be, I can do it here, t squared over 2 from 0 to 10. So this will be 100 divided by 2. And this is what, 3, so in 10, 3, 3, 3. So how far apart will they be? So 50 minus 33.3 is how much? 16.7. So that will be the difference between the two. And I could use the numbers here just for if we have them. If not, I'll calculate them. Anyone has the B and the C? Do we have? Yep.
I got 73 for B and 80 for C.
Thank you very much. Interesting problem. Very good. Thank you for bringing this up. Other questions here? Anything?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Anytime. Very good. It's a good starting point today. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to go back to 4.5 and work on more substitution. And then I would like to start chapter 5 with 5.1. We only look at 5.1 and 5.6. 6 or 7? I think it's 7 in chapter 5. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And we'll go to this, and let's pick from 4.5 anything we'd like to work on. More substitution rule.
Can we work on the substitution rule a little bit more?
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize it was.
No worries. Of course. No. Well, I didn't know two problems are not enough. Of course. Absolutely. Okay. I don't have the page number, but we'll find it in a blink. If anyone has the page number, give it to me. Don't torture me. Okay, no worries. I'm kidding. Okay, so let's choose indefinite first and then definite. What catches your eye, or I will choose?
Number 9.
Number 9. So we want to start with number 9. And this is the integral from natural log x to the third power times 1 over x dx. Of course, x has to be greater than 0 because of natural log. Excellent pick. Thank you. Okay, so now let's look at this function. This is the function, right? The integral from a function dx. So let's analyze this function and see what we don't really like about it. Is there something that you don't like about it? Well, maybe I should say better, which piece of these two is more complicated? Well, obviously, natural log raised to the third power. So I have a power, and inside the power, I have another function. So I prefer x to the third or t to the third. I don't really want to see a function inside another function. So I will say let's say u be natural log. Only if du is in the problem or can be made easily. Can be made up easily, right? So what is du? Remember, du is not the derivative of u, is the differential of u. So what will you write for the differential of u?
Be 1 over x dx.
1 over x dx. Is this piece somewhere in our problem? Yes, right here. And then this will be replaced by u to the third. So the entire integral moved from x to u. This piece will be replaced by u to the third, and this piece will be replaced by du, because that's what du equals to. Now this is simple. It's u to the fourth over 4. And now, because this is an indefinite integral, I have to go back to the original variable. So that means that I have to write now natural log x raised to the fourth power over 4 plus a constant c. Remember, the definite integral is a family of functions. The definite integral, let's say from 1 to 2 from f of x dx is a number. This can be checked. I can differentiate both sides, this, and I'll get the same function. This one cannot be checked. Very good pick. So let's see others.
Can we do 13?
Absolutely. So 13 is the integral from e to x over 3 dx. Same concept, same idea. I don't want a function inside a function. So there is a function inside e to the x. If it's plain x, that's very simple. But it's a function inside that. I want that to disappear. Well, I can't erase it, but I can say, let y be x over 3. As long as dy is in the problem. Can anyone give us the dy for this? Anyone I haven't heard from? I heard from Megan and Nick. And I think it was either Liam or Tyler. Forgive me, I don't know. So Katie, Amanda, Zora, if you'd like, anyone. Can anyone tell us what is the dy?
The x to the x squared over
Careful. We are differentiating.
differentiating. Oh. Let me think about it.
So remember what we did here. So u equals natural log. du equals 1 over x dx.
So would it be just dx?
What happened to 1/3? When we differentiate x over 3, we get 1/3. We don't get 1, right? We get 1/3. X over 3 is the same with 1/3 x. When I differentiate this, I get 1/3. So now I know that this piece will become e to y. But what about dx? It needs a 1/3 in front, or you can solve for dx. I think it's easier if we just say 3 over 3 in front. But I have to take the 1/3 with dx. So there is a 3 left in front. 3, the integral from e to y, dx over 3, which is dy. Now this is simple. It's 3, e to y, plus a constant c, and now I go back, 3 e to x over 3 plus a constant c. If we want to differentiate, we have to get that. So 3 e to x over 3 prime will be 3e raised to x over 3 times 1 over 3, which will simplify with a 3, and I get that back. And of course, the constant is 0. Any questions? Okay, so let's take a look at if anything else is interesting. I want to choose 23 or 21 or 29.
29.
29. What was the other one?
21.
21. So let's start with 21. So we have the integral from dx over 12 plus 3x. Okay. So this is what I would like to make it go away. I want 1 over x. I would like, oh, which page am I on? 3. I would like to see something like this. So I can write natural log x plus a constant c of the absolute value plus a, this is what I want. So, but can I make this disappear? Let's give it a shot. So let u be 12 plus 3x. Can anyone give us du?
Three dx.
Thank you very much. So I need a 3. 3 over 3 is 1. But what does this mean? 3 dx, this one becomes du, and this one is u. Exactly what I wanted. So I have 1/3 the integral from du over u, which is 1/3 natural log of the absolute value of u plus a constant c. But I have to plug this back in because this is an indefinite integral. And I will, and I get 1/3 natural log of the absolute value of 12 plus 3x plus a constant c. So let's stop for a moment and see if you have questions. Any questions on this?